Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this fifth week of PEL Weekly, brought to you by Luxembourg Rift Tournaments. Today I am accompanied by Daniel. Noah unfortunately couldn't make it today, but he will be back next week, hopefully. And yeah, so we have some announcement to make right off the bat. So Daniel, if you could take over with those.
Yeah, I will try to. First announcement is my internet is really laggy and shitty today. So in case you cannot hear me well, or I can not hear, or I say stuff that I shouldn't say because Loic already said it, then it's because I didn't hear it. Because yeah, as I said, my internet is a bit fucked up today, but we're gonna get through this. Very unfortunate that my internet sucks, especially the day where Noah is not there. So we don't even have cover for that. But yeah, first real announcement to make would be that as the previous weeks, once more the shout out, we are looking always for more staff or people that want to work on the stream with us, want to make this show better. So in case you're interested in journalism, editing stuff, or general in esport here in Luxembourg, just write us an email or head out to us, and yeah, we can see how we can integrate you into the team. It's always cool to have new people on the team. Also, if you're interested in casting, of course, because a little bit of backup for us casters is always cool to have too.
Definitely. Following up, we still have incoming, and you might have seen a very short teaser yesterday of our visual update, which should be coming in the following weeks. So stay tuned for that if that interests you. I personally cannot wait it because I feel like our logo is starting to look a bit old already.
Yeah, and it will include a lot of stuff like a new logo. The stream will get an entire new overlay. We will have transitions and all the juicy good stuff. So definitely looking forward toward that. And yeah, the next announcements would be that we are going to be casting for the playoffs too. So it's the first time we can officially cast for PL and not only steal the footage and cast over it. But we are not stealing it, of course. This is all in agreement with the teams. But it's even cooler if you can do it for the official sponsor of the league. And yeah, always proud if you're being asked to cast something. So
Yes.
yeah, playoffs are on 4th July, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think they
And
start around there.
yeah, and the games today are going to be really juicy to see who is going to be in these playoffs. So
Yes, and following on that, concerning also that we will cast those set playoffs, we are asking you, if possible, and if you want, or if you can, to give us any sort of feedback, be it through the Twitch chat or over the LRT Discord maybe, or over our Facebook page. Any media, you can contact us if you want to give us feedback. If you think we can do something better, we greatly appreciate it. Also,
yeah,
to finish up those announcements, please subscribe to the channel if you can. This is also a great way to show support if you want to, and helps us to improve the show greatly.
yeah. And then I would say we go right from the announcements towards what happened in this week of Post Esport League. Loic, would you like to start off with Clash Royale
Yes,
and
of
the current
course.
standings?
All right, so Clash Royale. We have on the first spot Black Pearl. He's got 19 points. He's followed closely by Outplay Crypto with 18. A bit further down the ladder, we have Magic with 15 points, followed by Shy Guy with 13, Coolio with 10, Royal Family Total with 12, Orange with 7, Orange with 10, Blackie with 7, Outplay Barry with 9, is currently under Blackie with 7, Royal Family Lord Luca with 5, The Boss 8 with 0 points, and now getting into the negatives, we have Gibona with -2, Silent Voice with -1, Belgrawl with -5, Dukestorm, and the name does not fit in the graphic I have shown here. I'll try to get it. Okay, Dukestorm Madil with -4, OBX with -6, Herr Benny LP with -8, with Stuff Lils with also -8, and I think actually I was looking at the wrong column.
Yeah.
Okay, I had the window a bit tinier, so I didn't see the whole graph here. All right, I'll take over with the right points. No, it's okay, it's okay. Stuff Lils with actually 5 points. There's nobody with negative points. All right. Lurenko with also 5 points, followed up by the Beast with 4, and then Lara and Herr Banana both with 3 points. We have Christos K with 2 points, and we have Shh with 0. I think was that the one who left the league? Yes.
Yeah.
And that's it for Clash Royale. Following up, let's look at FIFA, Daniel, if you would do the honors.
Of course. Well, staying for Clash Royale, there was an announcement made today also, I believe. Loic.
Yes, indeed, right. Totally forgot about that. Yes, there's a new card to be released, the Skeleton's Dragon. However, that one can only be used 2 weeks after the release of it, and thus for the grand finals of the tournament.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Loic, for the Clash Royale results. And then I'm gladly following up with the FIFA results of this week. In FIFA, we can see that Outplay Esports is currently leading the field with Alex B FIFA on the first place. He has 27 points. He has played 10 matches and won 9 of them, so he lost only 1 game. Very strong performance. Right after that is Outplay X Fabinho with 24 points, as well as Furio Class 27 and Ivar Nilsson. They all have 24 points. After that, we have RSCL Shadow and Progrenidaron Diogo Santos 26, who both have 21 points. And following that, on the 7th place of the league, we have Prestino with 18 points, followed by TSK Malacca with 15 points. And followed by that, on the 9th place, we have 3 more competitors. Outplay Cicinho, TSK Last King Kevin, and Caio Abdu Brown with 12 points each. On the 12th place, we have Luis Lux with 9 points. And then at the bottom of the standings, we find Diddy Storm 16, Philip Versus, and Eric Galetto with 3 points each. And EOO 19 MLG has 0 points as he had to leave, or he was leaving the league as well. Yeah, I believe that's all to say about League of Legends for this week. Fortunately, we cannot provide you with, for FIFA, we cannot provide you with any more insights because we personally don't know much about FIFA. But in case you do, and you would like to help us on this part of the show, you can write us an email. We would gladly appreciate that.
Yes, and same goes for Clash Royale 2, because we do not know much about that game either.
Yeah,
So
we are
yeah.
league only people.
And yeah, following up, I'd say with League of Legends, what happened this week up to now in League of Legends? I think not much actually, except the match of yesterday, Daniel, right? So we casted yesterday a very interesting match for League of Legends. It was Outplay Esports against Brotherhood of the Red Lion.
Yeah,
And
correct. You say it didn't, or there was not much happening this week up until now. And That's correct, as we only had one game, but I think that game was already a lot of happening because Outplay Esports is no longer unbeaten.
Yes, they racked one last game against Brotherhood of the Red Line, ending the whole confrontation in a draw. So they still keep their spots up top, on top of the ladder, and are followed more or less closely by Brotherhood of the Red Lions with 2 points of difference. Next spot on the ladder, on third spot, we have World Family Esports Knippelclub and Corona Difference. They're both tied in terms of point, and that is the reason why today's match is really important for the future of this tournament, as well they are tied in terms of points, and today's probably their last chance to differentiate from each other, really, because over the next 2 weeks they're both going to play against Outplay Esports and North Bronzite and Dadana team.
Yeah, so their results for the upcoming or the last 2 weeks are pretty predictable. It is pretty obvious that both teams should or don't quite have the level to beat Outplay Esports, and both teams definitely have the level to beat Dadana team or North Bronzite. So today is really important for both teams to see who of them is going to go into what seed for the playoffs.
Yes, most definitely. So this one
Did
will
I fully
be.
disconnect now?
No, you're still there.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's definitely a very important encounter, which we are gonna look later on once that game is played. But yeah, up to there have also been no other confrontations this week. I think they're all happening tomorrow. Those would be Dadana team against Team Slick and North Bronzite against Team Kaio. So definitely also interesting matchups. However, we decided to do the show today.
Yeah, also I think those two matchups are a little bit more predictable and they are on a bit lesser high level. And both of them are also played on Sunday, so in case you're interested in the results, you have to check starting next week on the Post Esport League website.
So yeah, I would say that this concludes today's show, PEL Weekly, up to the League of Legends match, which will start a bit later. So,
yeah, and I will try to fix my internet until then.
So yeah, I'd say we'll go into kind of a longer break than usual, as the matches are a bit later. So about 40 minutes. 40 minutes, you'll have a timer on stream for the matches. Stay tuned for then. Not necessarily, but tune in by then at least. And yeah, we'll see you later. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, after this quite long break. However, yes, Daniel, please turn on your camera. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right. So after this long break, we're almost ready to jump right into the game. The lobby is almost set. I think there's one player which is still
only
about to come.
Corona Difference is not ready yet. Their AD carry is not there.
Yes. However, so today, now in a few minutes, we're gonna see Corona Difference play against Royal Family Esports. This should be a very interesting match in my opinion, as both teams, score-wise, are tied. But bless you,
Thank you.
also in general seem to more or less have the same skill level in my opinion. All right.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, both teams have the same score currently, and they both had very interesting games. Corona Difference lost in quite a stomp against Brotherhood of the Red Lions. Meanwhile, Royal Family was able to get a 1-1 out of that game. So that might be speaking for Royal Family. On the other side, we got, well, I think it was the coach of Brotherhood of the Red Lions who said that Corona Difference is actually the better team than Royal Family. So yeah, we have to see what to expect. Also, if both teams are on their heights today, we are already informed that Royal Family they have a substitute jungler today. They are not going to play with 420 Let It Roll. Instead, he's replaced by their bench player. How is he called
I think
again?
it's Engshane Gens.
Engshane Gens.
Engshane Gens. I don't know why I had such a thick accent right now when saying this. But alright, we are heading into the Champion Select as of now.
Well, now I'm just mad.
Yeah.
And yes, very first ban right off the bat, getting rid of that Zac, and on the other side getting rid of that Zilean,
Yeah,
which we know for a fact.
Two very targeted bans against each team. Also, the Nunu is a target ban. Here, Zac has been played a lot by Happy Faker on the top lane, actually. He has 25% pick rate on that, and for the rest, yeah, it has also often been banned against him. When he got to play it, he had a really solid performance on that, so always an important ban against Corona Difference.
It's usually very strong on the top lane. On the other hand, the Zilean ban, I think we've already talked about that one last time. I feel like Herbie was able to play Zilean once during the whole tournament because every single other game it was banned just instantly.
Yeah, and that's a very important ban against a team like Royal Family because Herbie is very strong on it, and he was able to secure the game against Team Slick and make that a draw with his Zilean pick. Also, if you would like to interact with the stream and tell us your opinion who might win this game, you have a poll in the chat currently. You can vote for your favorite.
Yes, indeed we do. And on the other hand, we also have a Lulu pick for Herbie, which is, I think, alongside Zara, probably one of his most played supports too. And he usually has a very strong performance with that pick too.
Yeah,
so definitely.
Lulu always a strong support. Also, they banned the Yumi, so another safe support out of the way. Oh, and they picked the Kog'Maw alongside the Lulu, and that's a combination we have seen from Brotherhood of the Red Lion actually against Royal Family. So maybe they thought that would be a good pick and a good combination that they had quite a struggle against. And now they're playing it themselves. Obviously, it's a good combination of champions. If you pick a Kog'Maw, if you pick one of those champion or AD carries that lead a lot of protection, you want a Lulu or a Soraka or something to accompany it and to bring it to the early stages of the game.
Yes,
Perfect
and
fit for that.
The mid lane we have Yasuo, which just got picked. And I think your name did play Yasuo in one of the matches we saw, and he had a very strong game. He definitely dominated the mid lane. It was against a Vladimir even, I think.
Yeah, and in general, I think your name is quite a Yasuo player. So I think they have more often even tried to build up a comp around this Yasuo, and with Ornn you have already a good knock-up to set that up in team fights.
Also, I think it's funny how whenever there is either Morgana getting picked or Caitlyn getting picked, the first ban of the second banning phase is always the other one. I think yesterday there was also a Morgana pick from Brotherhood of the Red Lion in the first picking phase. And afterwards, plays which immediately banned Caitlyn. And this time around it's the contrary. It's absolutely disgusting. Nobody wants to play against that combo.
Yeah, well, Morgana Caitlyn is a very strong composition for the bot lane, and now we already can see that there's a lot of target banning on the support side from Royal Family here. And Happy Freezy is a very strong player with good performances throughout the season. So it's good to ban out the stronger players of your opponents. Yeah.
Yes, and they actually even got Happy Freezy's. Now that I think about it, Lulu is actually Happy Freezy's most picked champ this season too. So they already eliminated a big threat by picking Lulu themselves. Actually, we have
Yeah,
Maokai.
Maokai for the top laner of, and that also means that the Echo. Oh no, actually not. But the Kane pick might mean, yeah, okay, that means the Echo is going to be played by Ison on the mid lane. Ison also a player that has been voted most wanted player once this season. So very solid player on the mid lane.
This is definitely not to be underestimated, and we now are about to see the last pick for Corona Difference. And we can see both team comps now. Ooh, Evelyn! Nice. We haven't seen Evelyn at all yet, I think.
No, not that I can remember either, but she's a very strong assassin, and I think she also fits this team comp very well. Because with On, you already have a lot of tankiness and you have a strong front line. I think the only thing this. No, actually, no. Forget what I wanted to say. I wanted to say this team might be lacking a little bit of AP damage, but if Evelyn is being played AP, so.
Yes. But she's definitely gonna be very good to counter that Kog'Maw if she plays well. Because she can just shred through Kog'Maw if she gets to him in a matter of seconds. Because that's what Evelyn does, right?
Yeah, and also the Yasuo wind wall is very important, I think, in this team composition against the Kog'Maw, because with the wind wall you can easily set up a wall that makes Kog'Maw useless, or at least brings him into a position where he has to reposition himself, which might always be a threat because he has to go into a more dangerous fields, for example, to still deal damage, where Evelyn can maybe reach him, or even Yasuo. So yeah, overall, what do you think? Like, which team comp, who won this pick and ban phase? Which team comp fits better together?
I mean, Royal Family did get the Lulu pick right off the bat, which is, in my opinion, in this case, to their advantage because we have two support mains who play quite a bit of Lulu and are quite good with Lulu too. So picking the Lulu is definitely already an advantage for the team. On top of this, they decided to go for a Lulu Kog'Maw comp on the bot lane, which we saw last time can be very strong. Gonna say can be because if the Kog'Maw does not start getting some items, it's probably not gonna be strong at all. And I think that point they can only rely on Kayn and Echo to carry hard. There's a possibility. I think Echo could have a very good time on the mid lane if it plays well. So I'm more siding for Royal Family on this game though, still for the team comp here.
Okay. Well, I don't know about that too much. I feel like Corona Difference had a really good dwarf here. Especially Caitlyn Karma, in my opinion, is a good pick into Kog'Maw Lulu, because you have a lot of early game aggression with the Karma, and also Caitlyn is from the beginning of the game able to deal a lot of damage and bring in a lot of poke also. And I think it's a perfect lane to stop that Kog'Maw from getting rolling. And if Royal Family doesn't get their Kog'Maw rolling, they do still have the Kayn, and Kayn is a champion that definitely can carry games, as we have seen yesterday from Brotherhood of the Red Lions, with an amazing Kayn from Tim Shady, who basically secured them the game against Outplay. But yeah, overall, I think Corona Difference team comp really fits well together. They really outdrafted this Kog'Maw, in my opinion. And I think it comes down to the jungler and Ison on the mid lane to carry the game if Royal Family wants to stand a chance here.
Well, my problem is, even though I do like Evelyn as a champion, I feel like she's hard to get in a game. You need very early kills to start rolling, to start the snowball to roll. And if you don't get those early kills, I feel like almost any other jungler is gonna be in a better spot than you. Because you're just so squishy. If you get found out, you're useless basically. That's a huge problem. Meanwhile, Kane is always gonna be able to do something, I feel like, because he's overall a very strong champion with a lot of carry potential even.
Yeah, I feel like in general, Royal Family Steam Comp is hitting hard in the early game, and I think they can also, or they can hit hard in the early game, and that's also what they want to do. They don't have too much late game potential, even though Yasuo and Caitlyn, of course, you don't give the late game to the enemies, but with the Kog'Maw against you, Kog'Maw is just the late game beast.
Yeah.
And with the Maokai and the Lulu to protect him, will be hard at some point to really break that. But I feel like Corona Difference will be better off in the early stages of the game, and they have to really get that snowball rolling early on. But they also have all the possibilities to do that. And we are in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Corona Difference against Royal Family. Both of them are in a very even spot right now in the standings. And I think we are up for a very good start, or a very good game here.
Yes, and we had already some early aggression towards the Kog'Maw, who unfortunately was able to flash away and not die right off the bat. However, that is already quite bad for Kog'Maw. If Evelyn does get in a early gank, that could be trouble for them, because Kog'Maw really has no escape at that point. So they're gonna have to be really careful on the bot lane, with no means of escape.
Yeah, definitely agreeing on that, and both junglers taking their respective buffs. Now Evelyn is starting on the red buff actually, so that means that Ornn is going to be going a little bit later to his top lane.
Yes, I think
And
Evelyn does want to go from the red bot towards her bot side jungle. Maybe land an early gank on bot lane while Kog'Maw still has no flash.
when I feel like it was really good from Corona Difference here, because Ornn didn't lose anything on the top lane. Meanwhile, Corona Difference bot lane was already able to immediately push in that lane and get that early aggression, or get already the priority on the bot lane.
Yes, especially with a champion like Caitlyn, this really plays well into their hands.
Yeah, and
Because-
it is important because Caitlyn Karma, they want to have that Kog'Maw always under pressure. So he cannot farm, he cannot get the advantages or get any items fast.
They're
And
really
for
bullying
now
him.
they are doing a really good job at that for now.
Yes. They're definitely already showing quite a bit of dominance on the bot lane. However, I think if they stay too
Oh,
aggressive,
and mid lane we have Ison under a lot of pressure here. He gets his shield and the movement speed, and that's the possibility for him to get up. And Evelyn is now joining in. Yasuo flashes behind, but Ison is able to get out here.
yes, so we have two flashes on the mid lane which are gone. Yasuo also used his exhaust, so he's down of all of his summoners. Meanwhile, on the top lane we have the very interesting top lane gameplay, as we know it.
Yeah, I think top lane will be the most boring lane tonight, even though Kayn is ready for a gank here on the Ornn.
Ooh, and
And
On runs into him as Lulu drops really low. I know he's gonna go.
And we have another gank from the Evelyn on the mid lane. We definitely see the focus of Corona Difference here for the mid lane, and that's the first blood for your name on his Yasuo. Corona Difference wants to focus on that. They want to give Yasuo the important feat here, and for now it works quite well. Also, Ison had to use his TP after that first gank of the Evelyn, so he's in quite a disadvantage now, as he will also lose a lot of farm from that.
Yeah, he's already way behind Yasuo. And he's getting the wave under the turret. That's really bad for him. Oh man. Definitely here in the early game we have Corona Difference showing quite a bit of dominance actually.
Yeah, and that's what their team comp is made about, and that's also what they have to do. Because I feel like in the late game they will not be so successful anymore, but for now it plays out perfectly.
Well, at least they have Ornn, which gives them quite a lot of power in the end game too, I guess.
Yeah, true, to the item advantages, you're right.
Yeah. Ooh, and
Oh, and
get the
on
kill.
with the solo kill on the Maokai here. Very nice. And that sets, of course, Corona Difference in an even better position here. Also, the bot lane of Royal Family under constant pressure, and you can already see almost a 2k gold lead for Corona Difference after 5 minutes.
However, we have both junglers on the bot lane too, and I think there is no bigger fight. However, Drake is already up, so both teams are gonna want to watch out for this one.
Yeah, and I feel like Corona Difference definitely is in a better spot to take that one, because they have that constant bot lane priority, and also Yasuo on the mid lane, as he already has a kill, can easily keep up that priority. And now we have another gank on the mid lane. Evelyn coming in, but so does Kayn. And now the ultimate from Yasuo on the Kayn. Kayn was really low. Can he die? No, he does actually die. Yasuo does barely getting over the wall on the top lane. We have a lot of fighting too. On is flashing behind, gets the kill on the Maokai, and Corona Difference with a very strong early game. 4-0 into this game.
Yes, and they're already ahead by 2k gold. Almost 3 actually. And yeah, Evelyn now gathering some vision on the top side. Yeah, definitely this Ornn on the top lane is doing the work quite well against this Maokai.
Yeah, definitely. On, he is more of a tank, but against another tank, he is also a lane bully, and that's what makes
He
him
can do so
strong.
much damage in general, which can be quite frightening when you play against him, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like he's a bit busted sometimes.
Yeah.
Or he definitely has a lot of strong sides.
And we have Corona Difference bot lane, which is moving towards the mid, I think. And Echo is quite far ahead in the lane.
Oh, and this
he's
looks
getting
very
pulled.
bad for Ison once again in your name with the 3rd kill now. He is on a killing spree, and that's very important for Corona Difference. They want to get that Yasuo rolling, and they are doing everything for it. And also with the Ornn, they have the perfect knock-up combination, and Ornn is also not in a bad spot with 2 kills already to himself.
And I think they're gonna want to move for Drake soon, as Yasuo and Evelyn are rotating towards bot lane. Chomp is hit with a flash.
Oh, and Evelyn drops quite low, but so does the Maokai. And Evelyn is able to escape here with her ultimate. No kills falling. But that might be the Drake for Corona Difference.
Yes, because Kog'Maw and Lulu are forced to back. And Kayn too, he's also quite low. So that's a free Drake for Corona Difference. Who set that up really well with the bot lane taking... bot lane pushing in their lane, moving up towards the mid lane for the free kill, and then rotating once again back bot lane with Yasuo and their jungler, putting them quite low for free
We
Drake.
have Ornn once again with the ultimate here on the top lane, and he takes the Maokai and really get out of the tower in time. Yes, he does. So another free kill for Corona Difference, and Royal Family just seems to be giving up this game.
Yes, they're definitely having a tough time right now starting up the machine. However, we have Kayn coming on top lane for vengeance. And I think he's gonna get you on.
I cannot see Ornn not dying there, and that's the shutdown, the 1st kill for Royal Family.
which on Kane can be quite useful. Ooh, Karma got a bit ballsy here. That could have ended really bad for him, to be honest. Luckily he's got his Lulu there. Lulu, which we saw before, can be so clutch with her abilities.
Yeah, and this is actually the first game of tonight, as people are asking in the chat.
Here we go. Check this out.
And Royal Family is definitely not up for a good start.
No, they're having a really rough time now. Actually, but I think they're gonna be able to come back a bit.
Well, they have the team composition for it, but if Corona Defense does keep up this pace, and they do so, they take the Evelyn in the jungle, and now it is Royal Family with a kill on their side.
Which goes once again to Kane. So if Kane starts getting some kills and items, I think he can carry the game. I think right now they should continue to invest in that area.
And also, as you can see, Corona Defense decided to go for a bot lane swap to the top lane, which is a good decision always after the after the first wave, because the next important objective is going to be the Rift Herald, and you want to have that personal advantage. Oh, and now we have Dion engaging 1 versus 2 because Lulu is already really low. Yasuo is joining in on the bot lane. However, Maokai is also set under a lot of pressure under his tower on the top lane. Now Kog'Maw is being exhausted by the Yasuo. Nice knock up from Dion here, and that's the kill on the Kog'Maw. Lulu also goes down, and Echo was joining in, but he couldn't do anything for his team there. And that's another 2 kills for Royal Family. Now we have Kane engaging on the top lane. He wants to get the AD carry of Corona Defense in return, but Evelyn is there too. Are they able to save the AD carry? No, AD carry is dying, but so does Kane, and it's a 1-for-1.
I don't know what happened there. He had a really weird flash there, the Kane. Unfortunately, that could have gone a lot better for him. However, Evelyn was able to get Herald earlier, and they take the first turret on top lane, deepening Corona Defense's lead even more now. They're already 5k gold ahead so early in the game. This is looking really bad for Royal Family right now.
Yeah, it is, and I think they really have to pull themselves together if they want to get a comeback in this game. They have the possibility, they have the team comp for it, but if they keep, or if Corona Defense is able to keep up this pace and the tempo they're currently deploying, yeah, I don't think Royal Family will be able to do anything against that. They got every objective until now. They also got the Rift Herald, and with that the first tower on the top lane.
Yes, and also they have in general better CS than Royal Family for now. So in every aspect they're really in front right now. However, we can see that Ornn is having a bit of a rough time on bot lane. He's getting pushed under the turret the whole time.
Oh, and now we see that the Corona Defense bot lane is being moved to the mid lane to put a little bit of pressure on that tower. Of course, mid lane tower is the most important one of the tier 1 towers because it opens up the map so much for you. And the Drake is coming up.
So it is coming up. Mid lane is left. We have Caitlyn putting some pressure on mid lane. Oh, everybody's starting to prep for this Drake.
Yeah, and I think they have a time window now where they can easily start it because bot lane still has to push for 1 wave here. They have to push out the bot lane, and so they do have for the mid lane. And it seems like Royal Family once again, they give up the Drake just for free. 5k gold behind, 2 dragons behind, a tower behind. They also lost the first Rift Herald. and they have much less vision all over the map. This looks really bad for Royal Family.
It seems that they're really not on top of their game tonight, and they're gonna lose another turret on bot lane this time around. So they're gonna lose a lot of their dominance over their own jungle. Evelyn is already clearing a lot of wards around there. And that's gonna put them in an even worse spot. I think Evelyn is gonna go for a kill on the mid lane on Echo here. Or attempt to.
Evelyn now tries to go 1v1 here against Ison, but I don't think that's the best idea, because it is still an Echo and he can still fight. So it's more farm here than Evelyn.
And once again, Corona Difference putting their AD carry and support on the mid lane in hopes of getting that turret. And I think that is gonna play out really well for them.
What should Royal Family do about it? I mean, they don't have much wave clear either up to this point. Kog'Maw, of course, later on will have a lot of wave clear with his ultimate and his E, but he has to stay on the bot lane for now and try to get some farm to even be relevant at all. And now we have Evelyn here on the bot lane. The ultimate from On already went out, but we have a TP from Royal Family coming in. They want to fight this back. Maokai coming in, and now On is under a lot of pressure here, and he will go down against Royal Family. He wants to take the Kog'Maw with himself, but with the Lulu ultimate, PEL will be safe here, and that's the kill for Royal Family, and especially it is a kill for the bot lane of Royal Family. Well, no, actually the kill went to Maokai. That is quite unfortunate. Would have been really important if Kog'Maw got that.
Yeah, it's definitely because Kog'Maw is having a rough time getting into the game right now, but
Royal Family doesn't go up so easily. They now engage on the mid lane, want to get that Caitlyn, but they go really deep here, and I think they might even go too deep. Now Echo with a nice ultimate out, and he gets the Caitlyn with the snapback of his Q. Evelyn in return gets the Kayn.
Yes, and meanwhile Kog'Maw and Lulu are able to do some pressure on the bot lane, get some damage on that turret.
And yeah, it feels like Corona Difference still is in a very decent lead with a 5k gold lead. But on the other hand, Royal Family just started to fight back. They might be getting their first tower on the bot lane. No, On is there to defend it. On the other hand, Royal Family, Corona Difference got yet another tower on the mid lane.
Yes, they have. It's gonna be really tough for them from now on. They've just lost their mid turret too, which opens up the map quite a lot for Corona Difference, as the next Herald is also spawning soon, and Karma is already gathering vision around it to make sure that they get that one too. And this could turn out really bad for Royal Family. Ooh, and we're gonna have a big fight on mid lane here as Ornn moves up towards the
Yeah, and Echo already under a lot of pressure, and he is going down almost without any revenge possibilities here, and that means that Royal Family, or no, Corona Difference can start that Rift Herald once again. Now we have the Yasuo fighting against the Maokai here, but I feel like fighting a Maokai is always like fighting a wall, but with 3 people, of course, it is possible to kill a Maokai also, and he does go down. And in the meantime, also Evelyn was clearing the Rift Herald. Yeah, and Corona Difference is in a very strong position in this game.
Yes, we know Royal Family is still having a tough time. On bot lane is still not advancing, and he's even getting engaged by the Ornn here. Oh man.
Yeah, and Ornn can 1v2 the bot lane of Royal Family, or at least he can initiate it. Of course, with the Lulu ultimate, that's a nice fight back. On the other hand, we have Royal Family now engaging on the Yasuo on the top lane. That would be a juicy shutdown for it, but we also have the Evelyn coming in to turn that fight around, and so does the bot lane. And I don't think Royal Family, you don't want to chase anymore there, and it's a good decision to back off right now.
Yes, definitely they could have just run into a rabbit trap. here, but they didn't, and Drake is once again up, and Ornn, without delaying it much, immediately starts it.
Oh, but now it is Royal Family in the better position. They are 5. Meanwhile, Corona difference is 2, and Karma and Caitlyn are already cleared up. On is barely escaping, so does Evelyn, and now Royal Family is in the position to take this Drake and get at least a little bit of a comeback here.
Yes, they
Even
played
though
this really well.
a big word.
Yes, they're still quite a bit behind in terms of gold and turrets, as they've lost already 4 turrets. However, Kog'Maw did do some really nice damage in that fight here already, so it seems like he's gonna start to get into the game, and that might be their chance for salvation, as they're also taking their first turret on the bot lane.
And On once again fighting the enemy bot lane, but this time around it is the Evelyn joining in, and so does the Karma, and Kog'Maw is getting exploded here. Lulu ultimate this time around not being able to save him. On the other hand, we have Yasuo just casually counter jungling it very deep in Royal Family's jungle, and it is the shutdown on him. He was just simply too deep there. On the other hand, Rift Herald is deployed on the bot lane now for Corona difference.
As and Ornn is gonna take that second bot turret without any issues. And there's only the lane turret on mid lane missing. Ooh, a second hit of the Herald on the bot turret. That hurts quite a lot.
Yeah, and that's also at this stage of the game. We are at the 20th minute mark, and they are already attacking the base or the tier 3 towers of Royal Family Knöppelclub.
And they're not overextending too much. They're back in, cashing in their gold. Corona Difference is playing this really well up to now. Taking some safe kills around here, around there, and playing really well around the objectives.
Yeah, and talking about objectives, tension is building up here around the Baron. Both teams are fighting or trying to get the vision here that they need to be safe, that the enemy team is not doing the Baron.
I think especially Royal Family needs to make sure that Corona Difference doesn't do it, because they could do it without too many issues, and that would put Royal Family in real trouble.
Oh, and now we have the engage here from Corona Difference with a nice knock-up followed by Yasuo ultimate, and Kog'Maw and Maokai already went down. So does Kayn. Kills all over the place, a double kill for the Yasuo, and now it is also the Lulu going down, and that means Ison, or the mid laner Echo, is the only one left for Royal Family, and that's a free Baron for Corona Difference.
Yes, they came out of this fight without any casualties. Like, oh my god, they really showed Royal Family that they're the bosses in this game. Yes, that was a suicide.
That Echo? That was just straight up int. Like, why do you do that?
He already had no ult up. I don't know what he thought there. So early in the... I don't know.
Oh, we lost the fight. Let's give him another kill?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't understand that. Maybe it was straight up tilt or something, but...
Yes, so
yeah,
now
it looks very bad for Royal Family now.
Yeah, the gold lead is now even more. It's now at 10k in the 23rd minute, so that is quite impressive. Yeah, they're gonna the bot lane, putting some pressure on the mid lane. Ornn still pushing on bot, as the top laners do. Some things never change.
The
And
map
they're-
is really opened up for Corona Difference, and that you can also see Corona Difference is moving around in the jungle of Royal Family as if it is their own. And now Ornn is even trapping the Echo on the bot lane. He is able to escape safely. Ornn in this stage of the game is not able to burst anyone anymore, but it's not his job either. And now Maokai has to flash out here. He did
Yes,
get
it's-
what would have been a nice ultimate, but Royal Family just isn't in a position to fight at this stage of the game.
No, they're definitely way too far behind right now to be able to win a fair 5-on-5 or 3-on-3 fight. They have the Ornn has already 2 upgraded items, as does Yasuo has 1.
Oh, and this is really important for Royal Family, and that's also what they have to do. I just wanted to talk about what is their current winning condition, if they have any, and I think they have to defend this Baron now, and if they can, they want to look for picks, and that's what they successfully did there with the Evelyn now. And now it seems like Royal Family wants to push out to secure that dragon. Meanwhile, Evelyn is down. Because without a jungler, that's of course easier. But now Kayn is under a lot of pressure too. You don't want to lose your own jungler on the other side.
And Ornn
And now
powers
it
up
feels
with
like
Low.
Corona Difference wants to go for the engage. Even 5v4, they feel comfortable fighting here. And it is Yasuo, the first one going down from Corona Difference. Was it maybe too cocky? Maokai does go down, Kog'Maw does too. So Corona Difference maybe took the good decision here. It is a 2-for-1 for now for them. And that's the result of this fight. Not the cleanest thing to do here from Corona Difference, but better than giving up a Drake for free.
Yes, definitely, and I think Kog'Maw might have stayed a bit too long there, unfortunately for him, because he kept on really long and he did some really nice damage there, but if he had not died, they could have probably contested this Drake better, because Evelyn is doing it right now with her teammates right there to help her. I don't know why she just used her Zhonya's stopwatch. That's weird.
Oh, also something the chat just noticed that I didn't even notice, but indeed Echo is building a Magi's. What?
Indeed. Well, as is also Evelyn. Unfortunately for Evelyn, just got killed, so lost all of her stacks.
Yes, but I feel like Evelyn is on the winning team, right? So
Yes,
the
yes.
possibility that she can
that's
get a
true,
lot of
that's true.
kills without dying too much is higher than Echo's probability to get kills without dying. And I feel like that's a really cocky Magi's here.
Well, it is an Echo, technically could come out of every fight without dying, if he plays well.
Yeah,
Not if the
technically.
Ornn is so aggressive with Evelyn right around the corner here. Hits the charm, does a lot of damage, and he goes down in a matter of seconds.
And that's it for the Magi stack of Echo.
Yeah. It's almost like they immediately just transfer to Evelyn back. Yes,
Royal Family once again is down one person. Meanwhile, Corona Difference is closing in on their base. Bot lane tower is already down. So it is, and the mid lane tower comes right after that. And now Corona Difference is looking if they can get any more out of that. Now they are putting the inhibitor under pressure. And Royal Family, they are back. Oh no, Echo is still dead for a few seconds.
Yes, and they're now getting a new wave. They decide to move on the top lane. They have a wave there too.
And they
In that case, I feel
decide
like-
to split off the Evelyn here.
Well, Evelyn can do a lot more from where she is right now. If she can take out that Lulu,
Or that inhibitor.
or that inhib, as a matter of fact, everybody knows that Evelyn is the best split pusher, of course.
Yeah, forget Fiora. Get an Evelyn, man.
She's so strong against structures. Oh man, that Caitlyn damage here on the Maokai would... Oh no, yeah. But yeah, I feel like Royal Family, considering their circumstances, defended that Baron pretty well. Because the Baron in itself did not do too much damage to their situation, I feel like.
That's true, but on the other hand, they are in a very bad spot right now. They have super minions closing in on the mid lane that they need to take care of. They don't have any vision around this Baron, and I think it is going to be going freely to Corona Difference once again. Royal Family seems to be moving towards it, but they even might be too late for it, and they actually are. And now Corona Difference is taking the engage here. Once again, a nice ultimate, but Yasuo is the one going down, using his ultimate. On the other side, Kayn has been taken down by a nice Caitlyn trap. And Echo is already down to, and Royal Family is on the one here, but a lot of damage coming in from the Evelyn here, and Kog'Maw is being taken out by the Karma. And now this actually should be game.
This should be game. They're down 3 people against 1. They're definitely outnumbered here, and this Caitlyn right now is also doing a lot of damage. And we have definitely those really aggressive engages from Ornn that are paying off here, as Corona Difference is taking the first game of tonight.
Yeah, Corona Difference, very important first win in this series, and to be honest, Royal Family was not setting up a challenge against them in that first game. And I hope that they can reassemble themselves to have a better second game.
Yes, it was definitely quite a stomp we just had here from Corona Difference against Royal Family. Yes, someone just pointed out in chat too that Kayn died at 6% HP. It just suddenly disappeared right here at the Baron. But
Yeah, but
yeah,
with that gold difference and that feed, it's pretty easy or pretty possible that people are just getting exploded. And I'm immediately setting up the lobby for the second game, and I would say we go into a very short break until that is done, and then we see each other again with the second game of this confrontation, where hopefully Royal Family will be able to set up more of a threat to Corona Difference.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for this second match this week in PEL Weekly. So we just had the first match of this encounter, which is Corona Difference against Royal Family, and we had quite a stomp for Corona Difference. So let's hope this time Royal Family is gonna have a better time against.
Yeah. And the pick and ban phase of Royal Family was also criticized a lot in the chat, because they left open the Yasuo and the Ornn, so maybe that are bans that we should be looking forward to right now. But first bans are of course the Zac and the Zillion once again.
And another Nunu ban, not Lulu. Yes, they're also gonna wanna either pick or ban the Lulu though. However, this time around, yes, the Corona Difference ban it themselves.
Yeah, and that already disables the Lulu Kog'Maw pick for Royal Family Knuckle Club that they picked last game, but also it didn't work out too well for them. So maybe it's a good thing that they have to go for a new strategy here on the bot lane. And now we have the Ornn ban. And
Yes,
that already
definitely.
disables the Yasuo furthermore for Royal Family, of course, because there's less knock-ups available for him, with Ornn and Zac being banned, both of them being played a lot by by Corona Difference around the Yasuo, but they go for the Yasuo anyways. It's their first pick, so your name feels really comfortable on playing him.
Yes, and I think he's been able to prove that over the last few matches where he played Yasuo, because he's always had a pretty solid performance with that champion, and Yasuo is a champion which in good hands can do a lot of damage to the enemies. And
that's true, but I didn't feel like it had such a great impact in the last game. I felt like, well, in the early game, yes, but later on, his impact was not as big as expected. I felt like it was more Evelyn and Ornn doing the job there.
Yes, definitely. I think the main thing is that, first of all, well, Ornn did a lot. Ornn was tanky as hell, he did a lot of really good engages, and overall a lot of damage. But I think he also had the most kills. I just think that Yasuo, you're right, he did not have that much impact. However, he is the one who followed up on Ornn's engage during that last fight last game. And I think without the Yasuo joining in immediately afterwards, they might not have wiped out the enemy team.
And now Corona Difference saved himself Yumi as well for the bot lane. A very strong, very solid bot lane that is working well together. Really good. And Royal Family wants to face that with a Kai'Sa Nautilus lane. Also a strong combination, but I feel like Yumi as well at this meta or at this stage of League of Legends is really strong.
And I think Azrael's probably still is right now one of the stronger AD carries. And I feel like Yumi is always one of the strong supports. I feel like she's really hard to handle just because she's always on the enemy champion. But I think Nautilus might actually be a pretty good answer against that. I mean, with his ult, if the advantage with any champion with a grab, if you play against a Yumi with any AD carry, is that if you grab the AD carry, you've grabbed the Yumi too, basically.
Yeah, that's true. And I feel like also a part of the picking strategy here from Royal Family is to get as many knockups away from Corona Difference as possible, which they are obviously doing. I mean, Zac has a knock-up is banned, Ornn has a knock-up is banned, Wukong has a knock-up is banned, Kayn has a knock-up is banned, Nautilus has a knock-up is picked, Jarvan has a knock-up is picked, and so far, Corona Difference is left with only Yasuo's knock-up to peel for himself.
Well, if the Yasuo is good enough, that works too usually, so... Although you do lose a lot of potential there. But there's still quite a few champions with knock-up open, so I guess they will at least get one. Probably for their top laner.
True, but I feel like there's not much left with knockups that is actually meta currently, and it would fit well into the team comp of Corona Difference. And for now, they are lacking quite some AP damage. They're going for the Gnar, so they don't have any AP damage in their whole team comp, as they also went for Graves this time in the jungle, where they had the Evelyn before.
Yes, I think that is also in general quite a daring comp they've got there. Because,
Yeah, and I would like to see a hard tank on the side of Royal Family now for the top lane, something like a Malphite or the Maokai that was forward. Instead, they decide to go for the Aatrox here. And I feel like with a tank, they could have outdwarfed Corona Difference a little bit more. Because as they only have 80 damage, tanks can easily focus on getting armor and disable the entire team comp of Royal Family.
yes, and especially the fact that up to now, Dexcore did not have so good runs with Aatrox. Seems like a bit of a daring pick on there. Instead of going for a hard tank, which he usually is quite strong with overall, so kind of a surprise there.
Yeah, I mean he has a very strong pick rate, or he has a very high pick rate on the Ornn we have seen before. No, we haven't seen it on him before. Yeah, but he mostly played tanks up until this point, and
Yes.
yeah, we will find out how he can handle the Bruiser this time around. What do you think was the thought behind that Aatrox? Why did they go for the Aatrox instead of the tank?
Well, Aatrox can be quite a bully in the lane, so I think that's probably their main goal. They probably want to bully the Gnar as well as they could, but I don't know if Aatrox is good to bully a Gnar specifically, because Gnar just simply outranges him quite easily, and I don't know if Aatrox is going to have that easy of a time against a Gnar actually. As most of his spells are also reliant on the fact that you need to hit it. It's mainly skill shots, right? So
yeah, on the other hand, Aatrox's Q is very good at zoning people away, and I feel like even with a little bit of range, now has a threat there against him. So in the lane, Artox should be able to do a little bit, but
But the thing is, Gnar can also run quite fast because of his W. So I think he's not gonna have a hard time dodging those Qs or the W of Aatrox. So I don't know. I'm quite skeptical about this. However, I think we're gonna have some more interesting fights on the bot lane this time around, as we have
so
Plal on Kai'Sa, and I think he's had up to now some really good performances on Kai'Sa. So yeah. Hello?
yeah, I'm there. So
Okay. I was afraid that maybe your internet had once again
well, it is
totally
not too
abandoned.
good. I don't hear you all the time, but I still manage to get what you're saying. No, I was just thinking about both team comps and what pleases me better. What's your opinion here? What who has a better team composition? I feel like I really don't like team comps that are going without AP. On the other hand, I feel like Corona Defense has a very strong early game, and if they can win the early game so strong once again, it will not play that much of a role.
Yes, I really like Corona Difference's comp. I don't know why. It seems like I don't know, they just give up like kind of a vibe, you know? With Graves and I don't know, the Graves Azrael, they have a lot of 80 damage, and I guess if they use that to their advantage in the early game, because they have in general some champions which do quite a lot of damage, they could really, as you said in the early game, start riding on that wave and once again maybe go for a very early win against Royal Family this time around. So yeah. Oh, immediately a pause. Okay.
Yeah. What
In general, I feel like the internet today is.
I'm only now in the game. Okay.
It's paused anyway, so.
So enough time to set up, but in general, this game would be very important also to Royal Family, because if they give up or if they lose once again, they are definitely giving up a spot for the playoffs later on. Because as we already said, for both teams, the weeks coming are quite pre-decided already, as both teams are going to face off Outplay eSports right now, which should be a loss, even though we saw yesterday that Outplay eSports is beatable. Brotherhood of the Red Lions was able to do it, but in a very difficult game, and they really had to pull off their peaks there. And I don't know if Corona Difference and Royal Family are in that same strength to do that.
Yes, and also I don't think they'll have the luck to play against Outplay without their AD carry. I think that definitely played into Brotherhood of the Red Lion's hand, because Daikara is really strong from what I've seen up to now.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
So yeah, that's going to happen. And on the other hand, both teams are also going to face off either North one side or Dadana team, which should be a clear win for both teams. So both teams will be getting 1-2-0 win and 1-0-2 lose in the next 2 weeks, and then the playoffs are already coming. So today is really deciding for who is going into the playoffs with what seed. And Royal Family obviously wants to go in with an equal seed or better seed than Corona Difference, and therefore they have to win right now.
It was definitely else. They'd probably end up tied up to there. However, if all goes well once again for Corona Difference, they're going to be in a really good spot for that set seed. And we have a very uneventful early game here, as both junglers start with their buffs. And the laners are starting to enter the lane. And we're off into the game. Alright. Like we already have very... Oh, once again...
Oh, and
Another one. Another one. Damn, what is going on? But yeah, it seems like Javan is actually gonna go for a mid gank. Right
Yeah, and
now.
also on the bot lane, what's a little bit of trading going on right now, and that's quite unfortunate pause timing here.
As we're starting to get interesting. Now was starting to run up towards Aatrox too.
Okay, both teams are ready once again, so going to start again.
In the middle of a fight. Or not.
Yeah, well, there was
I guess
trading
not.
going on the bot lane.
Yes. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Okay, that was it. No more trading. Okay, and Jovan is actually clearing the raptors and moving towards the mid.
Oh, and that's the first gank of the game here on the mid lane, but Yasuo is able to dash out easily here. So no big threat coming there from the Jarvan.
Both bot lanes hit level 2 at the same time. So nobody really gets the upper hand this early in the game there. Got a lot of action going on mid lane right now, but the game decided to not show us this.
Oh, and we have an engage here on the bot lane from the Nautilus, but with the Yuumi being there, because trading is not that efficient, because Yuumi can easily heal back up her AD carry. Oh, and now we have a lot of pressure from the Aatrox here, but Na has to flash out here in order to be safe.
I send it. Now has a really big wave here on top lane. Oh man.
Yeah, and he already is quite ahead in terms of farm. So Aatrox seems to be under a
that's
lot of pressure here against the Na.
That's the whole point. He's with that range advantage that he's got. He can easily just outfarm the Aatrox if he plays well.
But then again, if Dexcore is not able to win the lane with the Aatrox against the Na, I really don't understand the pick. Then I would rather have seen him on the tank here.
He definitely needs to make use of it. And up to now, he is just forced to back in his base with, well, Na has a 10 farm lead, so that really is not a good start into the game for them.
Yeah, and he has to use his teleport here in order to lose not too much XP in farm. And obviously that sets Na into a really good position because he took the backboard only now with his lane pushed out entirely, and he can decide to one back on the lane, which saves him this TP eventually for the first waking.
So this is also gonna spawn quite soon. We have Graves coming towards bot lane for a gank. However, Javan is also here already in the bush. And ooh,
When
Azure
Azul does face check it, that was really important. He immediately grabbed into his face, but he is really low. Ignite is ticking, but he doesn't get any more damage into his face. Jarvan, however, does, and that's the first blood for Corona difference on this bot lane interaction here.
Yes, and they push in the wave towards the turret and take it back. As it is free. As the Jarvan went really deep there. It's kind of weird. And Nice once again pushing the top quite in. And for the rest we have a
We're now with a lot of damage on the Artworks, and that's another kill for Corona Difference here on the top lane. Corona Difference once more with a really strong early game. They need it with their team comp. They are all AD champion, but on the other hand, the late game doesn't go towards Royal Family either. And yeah, Corona Difference once more very strong here.
yes, and I think our games are delayed actually.
Why?
I think you're a bit later than me. Some things.
No, I'm
Okay.
dead.
I don't know then. But yeah.
But can be, as my internet is really not too good today, so
We have Graves actually doing the Drake right now. And Royal Family has no vision whatsoever on the Drake, and nobody is there to contest him. So that's already a free Drake for Corona Difference. As they deepen further there. I don't know how to talk anymore.
as they deepen further their lead, you wanted to say?
Yes, exactly.
And
That's
also
what I
now
meant to say.
bullying the Artworks even more here. Which is already 20 farm behind at this stage of the game.
I have a
Going,
very aggressive mid.
going hard with the exhaust. On the other side, we have now once again nice ultimate here. Artwork stops really low and he goes down now with another ultimate. And top lane, we see really a big difference in the first game and also in this second game. Happy Faker just dominating over Dexcore.
And he's now taking some free platings on the top turret. We're just gonna give him an even bigger lead in terms of gold. That's a really bad thing for Artrex here, as he's already having a tough time against Gnar. However, luckily for Royal Family, their bot lane doesn't seem to be in too bad of a spot. However, we have Graves taking another objective.
I wish I would go towards Corona Difference here. And I feel like with that deployed on the top lane, Artworks will be even more behind. So top lane might be a good decision to go for with that Rift turret. And now
we have Java and Echo.
yeah, Royal Family is setting up a gank here on the bot lane. They want to dive the bot lane of Corona Difference. On the other side, it is Nautilus, the first one to go down, but so does Azul. And Graves is joining in. They are turning this around. It's a 2-for-1 now for Corona Difference. And even Nice TPing down, and they are cleaning up all of Royal Family's gank here. A double kill for Dinar.
Oh, that was really bad for Royal Family, because Yasuo in the meantime was pushing the mid lane here. And overall, I mean, Corona Difference just got, what, 4 kills out of this trade? 4-for-1. That was definitely not worth it for Royal Family, as Herald is popped on the bot lane now. And the first
really
turret...
Lots of gold from the turret platings going toward Royal Family, Corona Difference. And I think Royal Family will not be able to defend this tower furthermore. So it might even be the first time. No, okay. Corona defense is backing off here. They don't want to take it too far. But still, quite a decent advantage. Almost, well, no, not almost, but they are 5k ahead of this game, of Royal Family already, and it's only the 10th minute into the game.
And Gnar is now with a really big lead in this game. He's already finished his first item, a Black Cleaver. And has, in general, a 2000 gold lead over Aatrox. So he's gonna be even more of a threat right now.
Yeah, and he even had the additional gold to go for Stopwatch here, which is obviously an item you don't essentially need as a top laner. But if you can get it at this early stage of the game, it's pretty strong, because in a team fight where it is close or you have to stay out a little bit of time, that is quite useful, especially as a Gnar who wants to engage and then maybe pretend some time until the team is arriving or something like that. And having that additional gold to spend there without losing any momentum is really strong.
As it was definitely basically free for him. I mean, these 600 goals make right now no real difference, because he's still so far ahead. Okay, and we now have the bot lanes on the mid lane and engage on Azrael, but this Nautilus is getting a lot of damage off the turret, but Azrael does go down and Jarvan joins in.
Yeah, but once again, Royal Family is not able to take anything in return. Now Yasuo is on the top lane, dealing a lot of damage to the Aatrox, and now wants to get that tower on the bot lane. But Echo is there to defend, and now it is Yasuo once again trying to dive the Aatrox here. Is he going to get the kill with the Q? He is actually taking down Dexcore with his Q here. And that should be the top lane tower also, I believe.
Top lane and bot lane is also getting taken out right now by Gnar. And Corona Difference is in general just putting a lot of pressure on Royal Family here, as Graves is taking the Drake, second Drake of the game. And Gnar is just denying Jarvan's entry to try to contest the Drake.
Yeah, now Royal Family is there. They want to fight this. They are there with the entire team. They do get the Graves. Jarvan takes a lot of damage, but Corona Difference has to back off here. At least getting a kill in return, but they have lost so much in the past few minutes that that kill really doesn't matter too much.
Yes. They're really in the...
Even thing. Yeah, I was on the same when you were counting it. Okay, I tried to get it more up to date.
No. We now have Kai'Sa taking the red buff, as the game is resetting, kind of. The mid lane turret is also already really low. There's only one plating left there. So Corona Difference is really trying to put some pressure there, keeping the Azrael on the mid lane alongside the Yuumi, while having their solo laners on top and bot lane. And right now the game is quite uneventful. However, Herald is spawning quite soon, and Royal Family does have some vision around it already.
No, now with a nice ultimate here, that's the engage for Corona Difference, and the Aatrox is exploding here. Now it looks like Royal Family, they want to go on a return kill here, but it is a double kill for the Azrael. Jarvan just explodes here against the damage of Corona Difference, and now Echo is in a bad spot here as well. But he is able to secure himself out of this position, but this might mean the mid lane tower for Corona Difference. Oh, and now Kai'Sa is under a lot of pressure. She has to flash out here, and Corona Difference is really setting up a strong and very fast pace here for this game. They want to finish this fast, and they allegedly can.
Yes, and with all the pressure they put on mid lane right now, Graves is able to go for a pretty free Herald. And I think now Royal Family is really at their wits' end. They just lost their first turret line. And this Herald also goes to Corona difference. And man, that Yumi on Gnar! Man, that's really a nice combo. He's just unkillable.
I feel like currently everyone on Corona Difference team is quite unkillable, especially if Yumi is joining them. Because, yeah, well, Family is just lacking a lot of damage.
Yes, they're definitely. I mean, they're not. Some of them are not that bad in the game right now. I mean, they have Echo, who's got some items, Kaisa too. But compared to Corona Difference, they're just a bit too far behind right now. And if they're not careful for those Gnar engages, he just totally destroys them.
Graves casually counter jungling in Corona Difference, in Royal Family's jungle here, and he gets engaged by Royal Family. Maybe it was a bit too deep in the end, but to show a little bit of... Oh, and Nan immediately, he wants to take the revenge there with the Yumi together, taking the kill on the Kai'Sa, and Artfox is also in a bad spot as well, taking the kill on him, and that means another mid lane tower. No, they want to go even deeper. Jarvan is being taken now, and Gnar is basically getting no damage here, taking another kill on the Nautilus, and Corona Difference is really destroying Royal Family once more. It is Ison once more, the only one left, but he is in a bad position too. He was in the back line here, does get out the stun, but with everybody off, Corona Differences on his feet, he is dying as well.
It's right on time for Drake now, which is gonna be the third Drake that Corona Difference gets for practically free.
And it feels like Corona Difference in these games, or if they play on this level, they are basically unbeatable. And something I really don't understand at this point is, how could this Corona Difference lose so hard against Brotherhood of the Red Lion? And how could Royal Family win against Brotherhood of the Red Lion?
I think the fact that they have a substitute playing instead of their jungler is already a hard hit on them. Because I feel like this always makes such a big difference to have your main roster playing or not.
Yeah, especially because we don't know about the importance of each and every player. Maybe their jungler is their shot caller as well. Or in general, just junglers are so important in the current meta because they are the ones setting up the objectives. And not being able to play with your main roster, and especially not being able to play with your main jungler, is quite an upset.
Yeah, I mean, even this game, besides the Gnar, which is 7-0 and dominating his top lane, this Graves was setting a lot of good things for Corona Difference. I mean, he just took that early Drake, he did that Herald, he actually took every objectives up to now, that Graves, and we gotta give him credits for that.
No, Royal Family once more, they are in their base and they have to defend here, and we haven't hit the 20th minute mark even. But until now, this looks really bad for Team Royal Family.
Yes, and Baron is gonna spawn soon, and it seems like Royal Family is trying to get a hold of this Gnar.
Yeah, and with the 4 people engaging onto him, 5 people even now, he is using that stopwatch now and even going into his Guardian Angel, and that gives his team the time to engage or to join him here. and Royal Family, they have to go now, because otherwise they are all going to die. Even Nautilus is the first one to go down. However, Yasuo is being taken in return, and it's a 2-for-1 for Royal Family. And I think it's the first trade in the entire game that they actually won.
Yes, but that was also really stupid from that Yasuo to get in there. I mean, you would just went in 2v5. I would never do that, and he's not that far ahead. It's quite a ballsy move. And now Echo getting caught between Ezreal and Graves goes down in a matter of seconds. Oh man, and at this point Gnar is just bullying them. Oh no, he's... Oh,
Now with
Christ.
it! Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, did you see that ultimate? So much damage coming in. Aatrox is being killed by the Ezreal here, and Royal Family is being taken apart completely. Corona difference with the ace here, and this should be the finish even. They are going for the first base towers here. Inhibitor will come soon after that. And yeah, Nexus towers are up next. Royal Family, Knöppel Club is slowly respawning. Echo is the first one to come back, but will it be enough? First Nexus tower is going to fall, and I feel like Royal Family, they can't even really engage it at this point. Na is going to get his big form once again here, and Yuumi with the ultimate. Royal Family is trying to fight back, but with their Nexus open. Nice ultimate from Na once again! And Ezreal is taking the team apart. Double kill here in the base of Royal Family, and that should be game. Ladies and gentlemen, Corona difference is taking the second game as well, and it's a 2-0 for them, and that means that they should go into the playoffs with the better seed. Can you fucking finish? I don't have anything to say anymore. Thank you.
And that is the game, ladies and gentlemen. And now we have definitely clear winner between those two. The tiebreaker is won by Corona difference, and by a big margin. I mean, those two matches were literally storms.
Yeah, and I think this once again shows off that Corona Difference is a team that you have to keep an eye on, and that Corona Difference is very strong. And I think they redeemed themselves a little bit for their 2-0 loss against Brotherhood of the Red Lions here, with a very great, dominant show of power.
Yes, definitely. So that was the encounter of today, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna head off, I think. Before we end, however, I will once again say that if any one of you is interested for, I don't know, editors or journalism work or anything esport related, being also casting, etc., you can always apply to our group and help us out with PL Weekly and other projects we are working on. Just hit us up on our Facebook page for that. Also, if you want, you can subscribe. That is also always a great way to help. And it helps us grow the channel and do more stuff for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and I think with that, we are... Oh, it's being asked for a standings recap. François, can we go once more to the standings? Yeah, I
Yes.
feel like they have not been actualized on the page, but we can tell you what changed at least. Okay, so where's my internet? There. As you could see, Royal Family, Knöppel Club, and Corona Difference were point even to this point. So Corona Difference will be having 8 points after this week, and Knöppel Club will stay with their 6 points. And that means that Corona Difference is going to the second spot and is going to take the place of Brotherhood of the Red Lions, which game has already been actualized from yesterday. So the standings will be Outplay eSports in the first place still with 9 points. After that will be Corona Difference with 8 points. And right after that will be Bordeaux of the Red Lion with 6 points and Royal Family Knippel Club with 7 points and Royal Family Knippel Club with 6 points on the 4th place. And yeah, I
Yes,
feel
on
like
the other hand, we have Team Slick, Dadana team, Team Caillou, North Bronside, which are going to play their matches tomorrow. So we don't have the results yet for those matches. But to be up to date, you can check back on the site of Past Esports League on Monday. I think the results should be on.
okay. And I guess with that, thank you for watching, everyone. Have a nice evening, and if you want to stay updated for the upcoming streams, we're gonna have a juicy update for the next stream or the stream after. Always check our Facebook page for the times of the stream. So goodbye and nice evening.
Bye.